Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gear Up Pickleball. Today we're taking a look at the Hesacore Pickleball Grip. Now this pickleball grip is a stock replacement grip. Your paddle comes with grip already on it. That grip is what's called your stock grip. So you may be wondering why you would want to replace your stock grip with a Hesacore grip. Their honeycomb shaped design is supposed to allow you to be able to have more of a frictional surface, meaning that you can grip your paddle less and still maintain a sturdy grip on the paddle. This is to prevent wrist injuries as well as tennis elbow from gripping the paddle too hard. Being able to not have to grip your paddle as tightly is very important when you are actually dinking in pickleball, because when you dink in pickleball, you want to maintain a looser grip on your paddle so that way you absorb more of the pace of the ball and can slow that ball down so that way that ball lands in the kitchen rather than landing in a pop-up. That's very important especially if you're playing with poppy paddles like Gearbox or Gearbox Pro Series, because these things, if your grip is too tight, you're gonna pop that ball up and your opponents are going to slap that ball down your throat. So in order to avoid that, using one of these can add that extra shock absorption that you need in order to absorb that pace and reset that ball into the kitchen. The Hesacore grip comes in 3 different types and 2 different sizes. It has the carbon version, the tour grip version, and the gel version. The carbon version is the stiffest of these versions. You're gonna have more response and more feedback coming from this grip. The next you have is the regular tour silicone grip, and what we're gonna be putting on this paddle later. This grip is standard silicone. It has just that all cord responsiveness, feel, and softness and comfortability for your hand. Finally, we have the gel grip. This is gonna be the most comfortable version of the Hesacore grip. If you want comfort, but not as much feel, then go with the gel grip here. The 2 sizes that these come in are small and medium sizes. The medium size is supposed to replicate using 2 to 3 overgrips on your paddle. So if you're used to using 2 to 3 overgrips on your paddle and you like having that thicker grip, then you're gonna wanna go with the medium size. If you are used to just using 1 overgrip or no overgrips, then you're gonna wanna go with the small size. Something to keep in mind is that there is a extended version of this and a regular fit of this. So the elongated version of the Hesacore grip is meant for elongated paddles. All right, now that we've gone over the differences between the grips, let's get this Hesacore grip on our Gearbox paddle. You will see that in the box, it comes with the Hesacore grip right here, as well as these 4 tabs. These 4 tabs are technically meant, as you can read in the instructions, to go into the Hesacore grip, and then you will slide the Hesacore grip onto your handle utilizing these tabs, and then you pull the tabs out. I've read a lot online and seen in a lot of other reviews that this method is actually very difficult for people to use, and so we're actually going to use an alternative method where we are going to take our Hesacore grip and put it in a glass of warm water for a few minutes. So catch you guys in a few minutes to go over actually putting this on the paddle. All right guys, so it's been a few minutes with the Hesacore grip in the warm water. I flipped the grip over about halfway through those 3 minutes just to make sure that the top and bottom both got warm in the water. We're gonna dry this off and then we're gonna put it on the paddle. Get that nice and dry. I only dry the outside. I'm actually gonna leave the inside a little wet just to make it a little bit easier to slide that over the handle. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to take off the grip that is on here already in preparation of putting on the Hesacore grip. Right here, we're gonna take this tape off. Any overgrips that you have to remove all of them, and you have to get it all the way down to the base. And then any sticky residue that may be on or left over, you want to make sure you get rid of that. Any glue that may be on your paddle, there are some paddles that have glue underneath the stock grip. So you want to make sure that you get that all off. You can use something like hydrogen peroxide to remove that stickiness. Now we're going to take the Hesacore grip here and we're going to put this on after it's been sitting in that water. Stretch the throat of this open just over the bottom of this paddle, and we're just going to pull that. Oh yeah, that's nice and easy. Pull that up and over all the way to the top of this paddle. What you want to look for to make sure that this is on correctly is make sure that that Hesacore logo is facing the top right there, and that these honeycomb hexagons are going all the way down the paddle. They're not angled like this. As you can see, that's improper. You want to make sure you twist that around so that way those Hesacore hexagons are sitting nice and flat. And then you want to just make sure you go around your paddle, make sure everything looks good, everything looks straight, adjust anything that may look out of the ordinary, and then take a look at the bottom and make sure that the butt of your paddle is secure and around that silicone of the Hesacore. So once you've made all your adjustments, you are now ready to put on your overgrip. It's the most ASMR unboxing video happening right now. We're gonna start from the bottom of the paddle. Don't start from the top of the paddle with your overgrips. Start from the bottom of the paddle. Something to note when you are applying an overgrip: if you are a righty, you are gonna want to wrap this grip counterclockwise. That means starting here and going counterclockwise, wrapping your grip around. Since I'm a lefty, I'm going to be wrapping my grip clockwise. If you are also a lefty, you want to make sure you wrap your grip clockwise. What this allows you to do with this grip is it allows your hands to sit on the grip properly. One thing to note when applying your pickleball grip, and this also goes for a tennis grip as well, is that you want this to be tight all the way around. And guys, as we continue our way up the paddle, we are actually going to see what makes the Hesacore grip so unique. Up and around. All right, there you go, guys. We have now got our Hesacore grip on our paddle. I gotta say, it looks sweet, it looks amazing, especially just with that grip, that black tacky grip, gamma grip. Just initial thoughts, feeling it in my hand and everything. It feels great, it feels really nice. I really enjoy how this holds my hand. I really enjoy how I can actually feel the honeycombs. It's not a gimmick there. Like, you can actually feel your hands just naturally rest in the honeycombs, which is pretty amazing. I didn't actually think that that was going to be, that was gonna feel that great, but it really does. So I'm really excited to get on court with this paddle. That's what we're gonna do next, and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts there. All right, guys, I'll see you on the courts. All right, guys, we just got done playing with the Hesacore grip. Just initial thoughts here. On the court, I know I said this inside the studio as well, but on the court, it feels great in my hand. Something that you guys should know about me is I play with a continental grip. So what that means is I kind of hold the grip kind of like a trigger. And so this allows me to just, like, it feels the most comfortable, and I don't need to change my grip very much when I'm on the court. So holding the Hesacore grip in this position, it just feels great. It's a little bit thicker than my previous grip that I had on there. And I noticed too that because it's a little bit thicker, I don't have to grip as hard. Something too that you guys will see on screen here is that the overgrip on the Hesacore grip actually tore once while we were playing. I'm wondering if that is because of the there's less contact points between the overgrip and the Hesacore grip on here. So I'm thinking just make sure that when you get an overgrip that it's not too thin, so that way you don't deal with that issue of tearing early. I put on a new overgrip onto here and it's been working great since then, but just a reminder on that. As I was hitting dinks with this paddle and hitting drops, this is a very poppy paddle and it has a small sweet spot, but using the Hesacore grip here, it actually allowed me to get more feel. I felt like I was more in control of this paddle. I was also playing some singles earlier this morning as well, and it felt like I was able to control the ball and pick my spots a lot easier than I would without using this grip, just because I had that extra control over my grip and I didn't have to worry as much about how much I was gripping it and how tightly I was gripping it. With pickleball, you want to have that looser grip because it allows you to have more control and more feel over the ball, especially when dinking in the kitchen, because we all know how important it is to keep the ball in the kitchen and not get the ball popped up so the other team has a free hit on us. We're just gonna jump back into the studio here, but thanks guys for listening to this on-court review. All right, guys, we are back here in HQ. We've actually had a couple of days with the Hesacore grip now, and I gotta say, it is really comfortable. I like that it's a little bit thicker than what I had on here before, which was a different stock grip. Felt more in control than when I had a regular grip on here, and it kind of works as almost like if you come from tennis, like a dampener, where it absorbs that vibration, absorbs that from going into the handle and into your hand, and reducing how much your paddle actually twists in your hand. I truly think that this Hesacore grip will actually enhance your game. I felt a difference in mine pretty much immediately, even before getting out on the court. Just holding it in my hand, it was great. It was awesome. So highly recommend this for the price. There's a link in the description below for each of these grips. Again, the one that I used was the silicone tour grip. It comes in white and pink. There's also the gel grip if you're looking for something that's a little bit softer, and if you're looking for something a little bit stiffer, a little bit more responsive, there's also the stiffer carbon. Highly recommend that. And I also just want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the video? What do you guys think of the channel? And are there any other products or any accessories that you want to see reviewed before you buy? Leave a comment below. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to look into, any questions you have either about the Hesacore grip or other products. Hit that subscribe button if you like the video, like the content that we're putting out here. Hit that like button, helps out the algorithm, helps us out too. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Looking forward to chatting with some of you. Until next time, take care.